Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Zoe and today I'm going to talk about the roller coaster in my life and the hurdles and the challenges that I've been facing recently. It's been quite difficult because sometimes there's just so much things in life that literally just throw you off, disturb your focus on what you're meant to be focused on because of outside noise, other people's problems. But what you got to remember is other people's problems is other people's problems. Don't make it your problem. If it doesn't concern you, don't take it on. If they bring it to you, just give them the best advice, but do not take too much of it on because you have your own problems to deal with. And when you have your own problems to deal with, 9 times out of 10, no one's going to help you. When they come in your house, vent and talk about what they're going through, and then you've got to deal with your own stuff when they've left, and you just think all of this bad energy around in the air and you've got to deal with that on top of your problems. It's just long. It's very long and it's draining. So now I've definitely prioritized what's more important, which is my son, getting him the help and the support that he needs. Nearly everything that he's got now, I've literally had to fight for. Literally everything is a fight and it's long. It frustrates me big time, but there's nothing that I can do about that in that area. And this is why I have to just keep going, regardless of how I feel. I can't get caught up in my feelings because my son will miss out on what he's entitled to. So I have to put all of that aside. Like right now, I'm in a tunnel myself and I'm having to push, like, even though I can't see the light. Well, at one point I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but now I can. But it's just struggling to get through because I had a reading months back and the guy basically said to me, you are in a tunnel right now. You can see the light at the end of it, but you've got a lot of outside noise and people disturbing you from getting to your destination. And when the guy said that to me, that's when I realised, no, I can't allow people to come in and disturb my peace and distract me from what I need to be focused on. So I had to put all of that aside and literally just keep going, regardless of what's happened, regardless of what's going on around me, just to keep pushing for what I want and I need for my family. And when he said that, I just felt relieved because then that made me realise there is hope, but you literally sometimes getting to a destination can be very difficult when there's people around you that are just like literally too needy and want your attention all the time. And this is why I'm in a space where I'm quite isolated, but it's all a part of God's plan. If I wasn't isolated right now, I wouldn't be getting to my destination. I wouldn't be getting nearer and nearer to my destination. So it's just so important to stay focused and don't let anybody get to where you need. Don't let anybody, draw you out or stop you from getting to where you need to be. That's what I have to keep reminding myself. And sometimes I forget. Sometimes I have to remind myself, remember, it's not your problem, it's theirs. But today, church was awesome. There was a powerful message in church and it's about forgiveness and moving on. Like, yes, we've had our challenges. We've all been hurt. And do you know what, if I was to open up about some of the things that I've been through, I'd be here all night, but I haven't got the time to sit down because, like I said, I'll be here all night. But I literally have got a lot to thank God for because it could be worse. I mean, there's people worse off than me. And yeah, I just thank God that I'm not in a situation that some people are in. But thank God that I'm more vigilant and open to my son's needs. Like whilst before it was a bit harder finding out what the triggers are, what the meltdowns are, because the meltdowns have started up again, but it's like once you know what they are, you're all right. It's just knowing what they are, and this is what I'm trying to share with the school. Like, if you see a trigger happening, distract him, find out what he wants. If he wants more food or whatever, just give it to him, because that's what I'm bringing in extra food for, so that he's not feeling hungry. Because when he's hungry, he can become quite regulated, and that's down to him being hungry. I mean, when you're hungry, you can't concentrate. So it's so important that they have their snacks and stuff put in place. The iPad is on a different curriculum now because they moved him to another class. So it's made things a bit easier for him. If he wants to jump up and flap, it's not an issue. If he's having a meltdown, he can just lie down on the beanbag. It's a more relaxed environment. If he jumps up and flaps, it's not a big deal. So I'm very happy about that, because before there was a few issues going on, and where the school didn't know what the issues were, it became a problem. I'm thinking, oh my God, this is just draining, when they kept phoning every minute, emailing me, and you just like, oh, I don't need this right now. I really don't. But we've come a long way since then. He settled into his new class very well. They communicate with me very well. If anything happens or he's had a meltdown, they will let me know, but it's not to worry me, it's to more just let me know what's going on, which I appreciate. Yeah, he's doing well. I know what his triggers are. He doesn't like the word no. You can't tell him no. And if you do, that's one of the biggest triggers for him. But sometimes you do have to say no to your child. No means no, and that's it. Accept it and move on. He's not going to get what he wants all the time. I know some parents give in, but you have to literally set boundaries, because if you don't, you're building a rod for your own back. Like, don't always give in to them. Don't feel scared to say no to them. Yes, they may have a meltdown. It may last a little while, but once they realise you're not going to give in, they'll soon stop and pack it in, the madness that they're going on with. Well, not to say that it's madness, I shouldn't really put it like that, but they will eventually get up and realise, I'm not going to get my own way. I need to do as I'm told. And that's what I've installed in my son. So anyone that's struggling in that area, don't give in. Just be consistent with the rules or the boundaries that you've set. So yeah, just continue to stay focused. Don't listen to what anyone has to say, especially people that don't have SEND children, because having a SEND child and a non-SEND child is two different things. I'm not saying parents that don't have SEND children don't have their challenges, but it's not the challenges in the same way that a SEND parent would have. As a SEND parent, your options are very limited. Like, sometimes I feel that I can't even go certain places with my son because it's not SEND friendly. They don't have the right resources, and it can be quite difficult to deal with all of that when you've got a child that's having a meltdown, kicking off because certain things are not put in place. It's just better to go to SEND friendly environments, because you're less likely to feel like on edge and feel like you have to constantly keep worrying if someone's going to say something to you. In SEND friendly environments, you don't get none of that. I haven't experienced any of that. So yeah, like, once you find settings where you're comfortable, you will be okay. And yeah, you have to just not think about what people are thinking all the time, because that was an area where I struggled with. But thank God that, sorry, excuse me, my chewing gum's turning into little bits. Oh, I forgot what I was saying now. Yeah, just keep it moving. Keep it moving and just do what you have to do. Forget what anyone has to say. They're not living your life, you're living it. And you have to do what works for you, not what works for other people. What might work for a non-SEND parent isn't necessarily going to work for you. A SEND child is completely different, and this is why people shouldn't give advice and talk what they don't know. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for now. Thank you please like, share and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Take care. Goodbye.